Hello, everyone, all the implicators out there, welcome back. It's Soup Group with another Implication Hour,
Yes, sir.
and we're implicating Marvel things once again. It's
Oh.
me, Coleman, it's my friend Sammy, it's my friend Lenny. That was pretty snappy, wasn't it?
Nice and snappy, bro. That's what we like to
Thanks,
see.
man.
We're
Thanks,
back at it, bro. Marvel implications. Now, we've been slacking a little bit, but there's been a lot of trailers that we've missed and we've not talked about, bro. There's
Oh, yeah,
been
keep it
an
raw.
Eternals trailer. There's been a new Black Widow trailer. That movie will come out at some point. And then a couple of Shang-Chi's. Is it 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
We're
Okay.
getting into it. So we're just in time to talk about it, it seems. The last
Yeah,
chance.
you'll be dropping on Disney Plus and all that stuff. So
What do y'all want to start with then?
Well, what has the most implications? I would probably say the most recent one that came out was the new Shang-Chi trailer.
That film's
Kind
looking
of
nice with it.
Be dropping some shit that I don't think anyone was expecting, bro. Like,
I mean, off the
obviously,
bat, bro. Do it to him.
right, we'll just drop off the bat. If
Might as
anyone
well.
has not seen the trailer already, please, for all the God, watch it.
Please.
Again,
This shit was
it's
clean.
a bit of a certified bra moment. There's a few things to bring up, but the first thing is probably the original MCU villain, bro.
Yeah,
The
bro, that's so crazy.
The original, bro, he's back
He's
after
back.
like what, nearly 15 years or something.
Almost,
It's
bro.
Abomination.
Abomination, bro. He's here.
Actually,
Back from the
The big-
first MCU movie with the Forgotten Hulk.
The big
That means he's
collection
like one of the
of Batman
longest
stuff.
standing MCU men.
Yeah. He's the first villain, bro.
That's
He's
cool.
technically before Iron Man and all that stuff.
And he's
Before
comic
Iron Man.
accurate, bro. They gave him the fishy ears.
I saw that, bro. He's made him more like a big Leviathan, man.
I like
which
it, I
I'm
like
fucking with.
Do you know who he was
What-
fighting in that trailer, bro? Because he couldn't.
Was he not fighting Shang-Chi? Was that
No,
not
he was
that?
fighting Wong, bro.
Oh,
Doctor
no,
Strange's
he was
magical
not.
sidekick. Yeah, it was.
Was
it was
Wong
him.
there?
He was in the cage with him, bro.
Bro, I didn't even notice that. That's
Yeah, man.
crazy. Well, what the hell? So
What on earth is going on there?
we've already talked about like the stuff that's being set up for Doctor Strange 2, like already. From
Oh
the
yeah.
So
Well, could that implicate that he might be from a mad multiverse? And that would explain why he's got fishy ears now.
it may even be like it may just be a completely new Abomination or something,
That's
bro.
true,
'Cause I
that's
don't know. The only real connection the first Hulk film had with the MCU was Robert Downey Jr.'s in the end,
Mhm.
and Oliver Ross is there. And other
Oh,
than
boy.
that,
Oh my god.
yeah, other than that, there's not really much. So either it's like a new Abomination or something's happened. He's been locked up in like his cage fighting. But then why is Wong also cage fighting
I
this
don't
big
know what's
Leviathan?
going on.
What is going on? So
I don't even
Either
know what
some-
to say about that, bro.
exactly, he's like, what does it mean? Why Wong? Why Abomination after like 15 years? Why is he more of a fish man than a fleshy toad man? Doctor Strange implications being set again.
It's just
because all
crazy to
magic.
think, man.
Yeah.
Any Marvel character, you cannot say that their fate is sealed. You cannot say that they're never ever coming back because it's been 15 years.
What does it mean for other annexed Marvel characters, bro, like Daredevil and Punisher? They're already getting
Anyone.
stuff being talked about, so
Anyone can come
Anyone.
back, bro.
they can bring
Well,
Abomination back.
The other big thing about the new Shang-Chi trailer, in my opinion, was at some point you see the man under the water and a big old creature swims up to him. A dragon,
Big.
seemingly.
The wagons in Marvel.
And we've said it before in an implication hour, our favourite Marvel dragon is Fing Fang Foom. We've been waiting on him pulling up. Could
We
it be
brought him?
time?
Have you even brought him up before?
I think we have. I'm sure we've talked about it before.
He's definitely, oh yeah, like he's one of the most epic. He's just a big Asian dragon man with legs and purple trunks. And I'm waiting, 'cause
Is he an alien? Is he?
Yeah, I think he is
Yeah,
an
he's
alien.
an alien.
Yeah.
he's an alien. He just so happens to look like that. That's where the myth comes from.
That's where it's on. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it when
right.
people do that. I
Classic.
love that sort of thing.
I like that
So
too.
that's the way I see it. Is like if we're seeing
World building.
a wagon, it might not necessarily be Finn, but it might be one of his race.
It
And
certainly
we've
could
already-
tee up for him coming through.
We've already seen the magic and space stuff getting brought in, so it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it was just all together like that at this point. But they'll think it's some ancient mythical shit, and then they find out about maybe some Fin Fang Boom implication. in the future, maybe blowing up
Oh,
around
that
it,
film's
you know?
gonna go so crazy. And then they had like giant tiger mount, like there was some sort
Yeah,
of battle
tiger
going on,
mounts.
some sort of
There's a lot
war.
of stuff. Like even from the first one, like I was always thinking like Shang-Chi could be pretty cool, but then when the trailer started dropping, bro, it's like there's some crazy ass shit going on, and I think with all
Good
the
rip.
yeah,
I'm definitely most excited for that one of all the new ones coming out, bro.
like I wasn't expecting to be so pumped for it, but it's kind of
Well, they've said ages ago before it was coming out, they said it's gonna be like a traditional kung fu movie. but it's certainly not looking like that. But hopefully the fight scenes are kind of.
It looks like a traditional. Look, in the first trailer, it showed you lots of stuff of his mum. She does like traditional Chinese kung fu stuff. You know, like when they were training in Doctor Strange and they were training in the courtyard.
Yeah.
It looks like she might be some sort of Chinese version of that. She was like his dad, actually. Tony Leung Chi Wai. I'm not going to pronounce it slow because I'll fuck it, and then I'll get cancelled. But he was in one of my favorite martial arts films, Hero, which we've watched, and he played one of the important characters. So he's like a big name from Chinese film.
I'm hoping that the martial arts scenes can stack up with the CGI madness that's going to go on.
The choreography were really present.
When's that out? I think it's soon, isn't it?
Is it this year?
It must be because with 2 trailers, it has to be soon.
Oh, they're really geared up to drop it, so like that's probably the.
And stay tuned when it does come out, because we're going to be talking about all the implications and what we've seen.
Yes,
and what it might mean.
September.
There we go. 1st September this year.
It's coming up, bro.
Yes, sir. I mean, one of the things we haven't seen much of, well, we've seen a lot of trailers of, but one that doesn't have a lot of implications on the surface is Black Widow, because it's like the prequel story, and then you got Taskmaster and stuff, and then you got.
It looks cool.
It looks cool. You got Captain Russia.
I'm looking forward to seeing Captain Russia.
That's her family, like actual family, or what?
I think it's like a colloquial family, bro.
Because they were saying in the trailer, Hopper,
God rest his soul.
Hopper said, Stranger Things. I don't know his name, unfortunately.
Okay. Alright, fair enough.
I did more research on the Chinese names than
smart.
Because I was like, I don't want to but yes, Hopper says to Black Widow, he's like, be nice to your mum. Do what she says. But he says, be nice to your mum, or like, do what she like. He actually just says that.
I'm pretty sure her actual family are like completely out of the picture.
Yeah, I thought they would all be like. I hope they don't do. They're an actual family. I hope they don't do like. They're the Russian super family.
No, I think it's gonna be some utter abuse, and like that is your mother, but she's not, and she just raised you for her own nefarious purposes type thing. Because they said in Endgame there was that bit where she went to see Red Skull, and the Red Skull told her parents' names, and she was like, "Well, I didn't know that." I never
knew that before. That's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to even think of Black Widow implications. It's been so long.
The actor for he's not Captain Russia. It's a different name.
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. Thank you. The guy who's playing
Captain
Red
Russia's
Guardian.
better, though.
Yeah, Captain Russia. I mean, come on, you got Captain Britain, you got Captain America, you got all that stuff. But the actor, I believe, made a tweet a long time ago, and he dropped the names of a bunch of other like Russian characters are a team, and the team is basically the commie Avengers.
Bro, that's so cool.
So I think they're gonna dive into that sort of stuff.
I mean, if they do that, then they have kept that so close to the chest, bro, for like years at this point.
See if I can find a picture of the tweet, because he definitely dropped like, I don't know if he dropped actors' names or he dropped like some character names that usually team up with Red Guardian in the comics, but I feel like they'll do that because it's like the parallel, you know, it's like Natasha's in Rusky World now.
I would certainly love to see it, bro, because if what you've told me is true, one of the men is a bear?
One of the men is a bear.
Russian bear.
Bear. It's that one Russian Avengers film, bro. They're doing that in real life.
Oh, I think that was just called The Guardians.
Yeah, it was.
Good lord.
Guardian.
Who else is in the Ruski Avengers?
Oh man, let me quickly can you remember?
Because I know it was obviously Red Guardian. Probably a Russian Black Widow in there. You got Bear Man. You said you were saying about what's his name? It's Crimson Dynamo, was it?
Oh yeah, Crimson
Dynamo. Might be here.
Well remembered. That's like one of Iron Man's villains. And he pulled up. That was the dad of Whiplash in Iron Man 2, bruh. He was the character who would have been Crimson Dynamo. Yeah, exactly. So
I think there's a comic where Hulk and Red Hulk fight these guys.
The Russian Avengers.
Ursa Major gets, and Grey Hulk is there as well, because they have to team up to fight one of the Hulks. So it all goes wackadoo, but Ursa Major gets like ripped in half or something.
Yikes!
So,
yeah, I feel like
they turn up and everyone's like, "Oh my God, something horrible just happened!" And it's the Hulks turn up and they're like, "What happened?" They just all got torn to shreds.
Ripped the bear in half. I do feel like if they put them in this film, they might be quite expendable characters.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I
Bear
feel
Man
like
might get ripped in half.
I don't know what happened because it's like it's just with Taskmaster and stuff. So I wonder what he'll be doing. I look forward to seeing him.
What is the timeline? I guess it would be like way back, like 40 years back or something. Probably not 40 years.
I think it's now.
It can't be now because
Dead?
she's dead.
Well, she's dead in that timeline.
Oh, Lenny.
Mm.
Surely
Wonder.
not. They're not gonna.
Well, she was talking about before I became an Avenger, I did some really bad things, blah 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 blah.
hmm
But she was talking about that previously. That she's talking now because well, obviously I don't know if it's now as in right now, but I think it's within the past 10 years.
I don't know.
So it's after she's an Avenger. She's an Avenger in this.
You think so?
Yeah.
don't think-
I thought this
don't
was
know.
like her origin story type thing.
I don't think it's an origin story. I think it's a closing story to her story. She's going back she's going back to stop people turning into her. She's not. It's not.
Maybe, I could see it, I could see it.
Story, but
Well, it's either
be
that
either way.
or it's like during her tenure in the Avengers, like stuff that she's doing when they're not fighting Ultron and stuff. You know, it could be something like that perhaps. Because I don't know. We don't know how long she's been the Black Widow for. If that's like an alien she picked up in the Avengers or with Shield, maybe something like that. I don't think we really know when she became.
Can I make a
so,
big cheeky prediction?
make a big? That's what we're implicating, bro. Come on.
I think Taskmaster. See, Marvel like to do their big third act thingies where the hero faces a villain that's basically the same as you. I think Taskmaster might end up being a woman under there.
yeah, that would make sense.
Might be a baddie under there.
It's the big theme that's running along right now, bro. With the new Thor film coming out, and if you haven't seen it already, cover your ears. You probably know about it already. Loki, which we'll be implicating at some point.
Yep.
So there's a lot of, I don't know if that's just me picking up on stuff or it could be a running theme. I feel like that could be a thing that could happen though. Because certainly you got the other Black Widows in that film as well, like the blonde one and all that.
They're at the point where they could start doing some timey-limey
I'm covering my ears now.
Yes. Black Widow, I'm looking forward to seeing some good old fight scenes, you know, some espionage, you know what I'm saying? White
It's
suit.
taken ages for it to pull up, because it got delayed so hard. But I think now, with some of the new interesting stuff that we're hearing about it, I wasn't particularly interested before. I am interested now because I like to hear about the Winter Guard and stuff.
Bro, if a giant bear man pulls up, it's over.
Like, come on, bro.
It's over.
It's time.
Anything else on Black Widow?
Big bear.
Big bear, let's see.
Hold It'd be good because like I haven't seen an Avengers thing really since Endgame.
Yeah, that's
So I'll
facts.
be
It's
kind
been a long
of
time.
and stuff. So it'll be a cool parallel to that. You know what I mean? To see all them.
I'm always
Kim's
down to
stable,
get
man.
more teams, bro, because the more little teams you get in the MCU, the bigger the absolute ensemble cast
Yeah.
becomes in the next giant film.
The Secret Wars are pulling up, bro. Wicked team, no? Every team, bro.
Good
Every team.
grief.
And what was the last trailer that was? we were talking
Eternals, which I guess is another group of
yeah,
superhero, I guess.
another team, bro. Yeah, Eternals is a bit more. It's not really giving too much away, other than the fact that they've been here forever, pretty much.
and they have not been doing a thing to help.
Yeah, we'll be saying that. Well, I guess they're supposed to be. We helped in secret in the shadows and all that stuff.
Aye,
Like,
what have you done, mate?
The whole idea is they're meant to be pulling up now. So like, my thing is,
They kind of missed the big one.
what is the thing? Yeah, they missed a few big ones. Maybe they knew. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be a bigger one.
Yeah.
Because we don't know
Exactly.
anything about that. We've not said anything about like the villain or anything in that film, is it?
I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing
Interesting.
Celestials pull up though. The Celestials and Eternals are quite tied together. That's when
Yeah, yeah.
Celestials first pulled up in the comics. So they are big fucking deal beings. So it makes me wonder what they're going to do that makes the Eternals have to pull up.
They certainly pull stuff from everywhere now.
Yeah, they could do.
So-
They could really do whatever.
Who is the Eternals villain?
Could be Kang again. We don't know that yet. I don't think they've said much on that.
Not in the movie. I mean, like who?
The
like, in
Eternals villains in the comics are like another race of
Thanos,
beings.
I think,
or,
is
like,
the
opposite-
Deviants or something.
The Deviants, that's right. They're like the opposite of them. They're like evil creatures, bro.
Because it's not. Thanos is related to the Eternals, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's like one of the
I think
cousins
he
or
was-
something.
He was a son or something. He was like he was like born to. He was like his family are like normal looking humans.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was born a big purple.
A great
chin,
purple man.
And he tried to kill him because of that. Obviously,
Saturnites, are they not? Something like that. Are they from Fantasy's family? Are they from Saturn? What's
Nah, it's the Titans.
The Mad Titan. Yeah.
They're from Titan.
He's from Titan.
The moon of Saturn.
Is that right?
I believe so.
I don't know if it's some. I mean, if it's something different in the comics, but he's from Titan. I'm pretty sure it's a planet in that. So. I do.
Well, the only basically that trailer, Eternals. It looks. I'll go and see it. It doesn't look like anything that's interesting me too much. But I
think it'll be more. It's like they're not showing a lot of it, obviously, but I feel like it's gonna have a lot of big, like cosmic implications again with the Celestials and stuff. Because, and it needs to look crazy as well. Because if anyone's read like the original Jack Kirby ones, the art is insane. Like the colors and the stuff. So it certainly hasn't looked like that yet. But we haven't seen like the Celestial, the Eternal, like where they live and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, they've not shown too much of like the crazy stuff. It just kind of looks like old taverny type vibe.
It's showing them like influencing society and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. Maybe they'll
know how to irrigate their field.
Well, they were talking about the Avengers. That was pretty weird to me, at least.
Yeah, I know. Everyone said that. Like, why they talk? Like, where's that set? Is it set during that time or whatever? And then they're saying, I could be Captain America.
No.
I guess they've all come together now, so that must have been.
Is it a funny joke, or like they maybe even saying the Eternals were the beginning of like all this? Maybe they originated the super soldier serum or something like that, you know?
Well, because there was one bit in the trailer where I seen one of them had a shield and it looked a bit like Cap's shield. It had like the circles and the stars. It was just like, it was like completely like bronze and like metal.
Yeah.
There's certainly a lot of shields in Marvel now.
That's facts. That's true.
Taskmaster had one. Thanos is from the moon of Saturn, Titan.
And there you go. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just completely off a beat.
I thought that's what it was. A lot of sci-fi things use Titan.
It's
I
cool
guess because it's called Titan.
One thing from Eternals they've not shown in the trailers yet, but they've said, I'm sure they've said this, Black Knight is going to be pulling up.
Really?
Who is a guy. He's going to be played by the Game of Thrones guy, Jon Snow.
Oh, really?
I don't know much about Black Knight, but... Cool.
Black Knight was he was used to be a member of the Avengers at one point.
Yeah, so I guess he's
he
the Eternals. I think so. He's certainly tied into that whole thing.
Is he like a rogue Eternal?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's something he's tied into the Eternals. He'll probably be the one that ends up like as a main Avenger, and then the Eternals go out to space.
I like Kit Harington, bro. I'd like him in the.
He wields a big sword, apparently.
I think he might be a human who's been given like Eternals gear and like can transcend.
Given like a mystical sword. That's apparently that. So.
I do like mystical swords.
It'll be. He meets with this guy, whoever meets the Eternals or something. Maybe it's a love interest or something, and he take the sword and he becomes, I'm a mighty man now.
I look forward to it. I do like a good. No one in the MCU has been using enough swords. IMO.
Black Swordsman, bro. That's cool. Like they're basically like, they're bringing in just. Who can we bring in next? That guy. That guy's pretty cool. Yeah, this guy's a bro. Yeah, bro.
Because they can just make. They can take E-listers, bro, and turn them into giant franchises at this point.
They can do whatever they want. Like exactly. Like any name, they can just take and turn it into something.
And they will.
And they will, as we've seen. Is there anything else that anyone would want to say about the funny Eternal film?
I don't. I think that one's kind of a lot more than meets the eye. I don't know what else to really say about it. I'm intrigued to see more.
It's coming out in November, apparently.
I think all those films are coming out this year. I think that's the slate. It's those three and then Spider-Man, but we've seen nothing of that yet. So.
Well, that's it, bro. Another implication hour. Stay tuned for more implications on all sorts of things. We're trying to branch it to different things to implicate about. Let us know if there's any interesting things that you're implicating about that we should also implicate about.
Yeah, if you know things that we do not know, please.
We like to implicate on him about many a thing, many a topic. So shoot us a mail. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share bell as well. It's been Supergroup, and we will implicate again in the next implication.
See you all next time.